What's going on, everybody? Nick back in the shop. Got something cool in today. We got an actual CG machine. So this guy's pretty cool. It was very inexpensive for the ones that we've been looking at. Only like, I believe, 300 bucks for this thing. It's tiny, so we can put it anywhere. So that's really cool. So today, I actually haven't seen it yet. It also comes with some really cool angle gauges and stuff like that. So we're gonna play around with that. I got the jet on the table so that we can play around with that and see how well that goes. So let's open this thing up and let's see what it looks like. All right, so this is what we get in the box. 3 of these pucks. Feel very nice, feel all metal, nice quality. Very nice little compact case. And then these guys are angle gauges. Apparently, I'm supposed to be able to put these guys back there, and wish they came with some kind of sticky thing. I'll have to probably figure that out. But very cool. Oh, already broke the packaging. Cool. Slow down, Nick. It's a Bluetooth app that I know that it's supposed to go to your phone. Oh, has a little barcode for it. So I'm gonna download that app. I'll get back with you. All right, downloading the app. Looks like they got a lot of cool things for RC cars too. That's fancy technology right there. I would not have minded that back when I was doing RC cars. Trying to get all the weight perfect. Had a lot of tricks to make that work, but it seems like they have a lot of cool things for this product. But, all right, let's experience this first, trying to learn how to use this thing together. So obviously I have the CG machine. Let's do weight. Okay. All right, so far not as intuitive as I thought. All right, so I'll get back with you when I figure out how to put these into a bind. So I finally got them all connected, and when you first click on to assign them, the little light flashes so you know which one it is. You just tell each one where it's supposed to go. I don't know why, but when I opened it up, I turned them all on, and then I pressed the arrow back, and then I went to the little plus sign on top, and then they all popped up. Why that made it work, I don't know. But let's see, enter. All right, so they're all showing weight, so I'm guessing tear. So now they all show nothing. So if I press on this nose wheel, sweet. All right, so let's see. We go to tear, yep, 0. Place model and make sure they're all located in the middle. Sounds good. All right, total weight, 10.4 kilograms. Can we change that denomination? I don't speak that. Can I go back to, this is gonna make me hopefully not reconnect them all again. Let's see. It only does in ounces. An inch. Okay, 368 ounces, 68 ounces. 23 pounds. Wow, we did pretty good, actually. That's actually a lot lighter than I expected. I thought it was going to be closer to 28-ish. So it's probably really light comparatively because that 102 is so small. That's probably why it's so light. So that's really neat. All right, let's try to play with this CG. Okay, so now if we want to play with CG, set up grasp and adjustment. Okay, I'm going to play around with this a little bit, and I'll get back to you once I figure out how to set all this stuff. Alrighty, so this is what we got so far. I just used a ruler, this guy, I'm measuring the CG off of just where I want the center of the spar is on the wing. So it's about 1 inch diameter. Took a half of that and butted this ruler up against it. Measured, so at first wanted the measurement between the wheel base, so how long it was from center point to center point of the nose wheel. Then it wants distance between the CG and the mains, so wherever the CG is to the mains. That's what I measured here is 3.5, and then distance from main to weight placement point, so wherever we're going to place the weight. which I just measured because I'm going to always be placing weight right up there in the nose, which I already have some weight. So this is about what we got. It's saying to add about 2 ounces. So if I just lightly press on this, we should see that little arrow move forward. Nice. That's pretty cool. So in theory, I got it dang freaking close with my little guessing game. Whoever said a little bit of string and guesswork can't get you close enough. So yeah, I guess I can add 2 ounces to this airframe and take it from there. But yeah, cool little software. I think it works pretty well. Yeah, definitely going to keep using that. I can use that for all the airframes now, and see how much they weigh and everything like that. The big planes, like those guys, I kind of just like figure out the CG how I like it in the air. But these guys, I definitely like to have damn close before we try to fly them, because these guys are like, if they're tail heavy, that's not going to fly away at all, really. And then if they're nose heavy, at least you'll be able to get it back down. So let's we'll add 2 more ounces to this thing, and let's go see if I can find some weight. Oh, while I was just looking for weight, I forgot. You guys also said, obviously, I need to have the canopy on the plane. And look at that, we're actually slightly nose heavy. Now, 5 ounces need to be taken out of the airplane. Interesting. But also, it's completely empty on fuel, so that's going to change it. Let's put some fuel in it, and let's experiment. Let's see how much that affects the CG. I also haven't put fuel in it since the maiden, and we ran that UAT down, so that's even add an ounce or so to the nose. I need a battery. So as this guy fills, oh look, you can see starting to slightly go backwards. So now it wants me to technically lose 2 ounces. And I want it at landing weight. So that's probably damn close. Let's see where we're at. It's probably a little bit more than landing weight when I subtract some of that fuel. About right there. Maybe a little more. All right, so I got about, yeah, that's about as low as I would probably run it. And right now, dude, that is freaking, oh, canopy. I almost forgot the canopy. And survey says lose 8 ounces. Okay, so it's slightly nose heavy. All right, we'll see what. So that's landing weight. It's slightly nose heavy. So I actually could probably lose some weight out of it. And that is making it go up. So it's getting more nose heavy. Okay. Debating on just leaving it that way. I need to look up exactly where the CG is supposed to be. I'm going to look that up just to make sure that we're doing this right. All right, so just looked it up on the manual, and it's 195 millimeters from the leading edge. So that's basically right at the spar. So basically already where I did the measurement and setup for this guy originally. So with that fuel and the canopy on, it says that it is nose heavy, and it gets more nose heavy as we put fuel in it. So I'm wondering, we're going to try to move those batteries back and see how much that changes it. Let's see if we move them as far back as they will go on that plate. Interesting. Okay. So how many ounces of weight do I have in the nose right now? 4 ounces in the nose right now. It's crazy how much the canopy does. You guys are definitely right. Canopy matters. 10 ounces. So the canopy adds 10 ounces to the nose. It's good to know, good to know. It's such a long arm with all the way to the tail. I was just slightly touching the tail and it was making it where we needed it to go. So what to do, what to do. Let's take that lead out of there and let's see. It's like I'm debating, I'm on like the fence because it flew really good to start with on that first maiden. But you know what? I wonder if that was kind of the reason Dad wasn't able to flare very well. Or being scared. I don't think it was. He was having to hold the bench down. I don't think that was the main reason. But being nose heavy definitely will have it being very hard to pick that, pull that elevator back when you get very slow. All right, so we're gonna take that lead out of the front and I might maneuver it around eventually to see if we can like put the weight, actually that lead in the back and see if we can get this CG like money. All right, so losing that weight, now it's saying we need to lose 8 ounces in the nose or put weight in the back. If I put all this right here, what will happen? Lose 6 ounces. Okay, so that's still not even enough weight to get her dialed. All right, I'm gonna try to find some weight and we'll see what if we can get this right. Alrighty, so this is what I got now. I actually just decided, I just got the tank, I moved it as far back as I could, and I put the couple ounces of weight all the way in the back of the tail, and now it says I have to lose about 2.5 ounces. And that's at the lowest weight possible, so if I start filling it, it starts going up. Let's see, now I'm just curious on what full looks like, on how far forward it would be, because that'd be fine if the nose was farther forward while you're flying and then it just gets down to only like 2 ounces. Truth is, I just don't have any more weight right now. So probably gonna get more weight. It flew really good at the start, so I think it'll be fine for what Dad's trying to do. And we're just gonna fly that around, see what it looks like, but I think we're running about, like on landing, 2 ounces that need 2 ounces nose heavy from what it could be, which is very, very little. Now we're up to 6 ounces. That's almost full. Okay, so it doesn't move that much at full fuel. It's 5 ounces nose heavy, and then on landing it's 2 ounces nose heavy. So very, very little change. So yeah, I think we're just gonna run that. Let's play with the angle gauges and see how those work. Oh, and something I forgot to mention is the oil tank is like 3/4 full. So once that empties out, it's gonna go back, and with how little the full like landing fuel to takeoff fuel was, I'm guessing once the oil is completely gone, it probably would get us the 2 ounces that we were looking at. I think landing with like 0 oil and like landing fuel, I think it will be dead nuts perfect now. We're just actually taking the weight from up there and putting it back there. So I guess I was a little off on what my guessing was, but honestly, I'm playing with like 4 ounces and shifting the tank back slightly. So I was really, really close. I was on the nose heavy side, so I was on the safe side, which is good. That means it was not gonna be doomed from the beginning to have a crash. So yeah, let's play with some angle gauges and see how that works. All right, I think I had a pretty cool idea with these little guys. So this is like it's like a rubber. It's not actually sticky. It's just rubber. And then I shoe glued these guys so I can still peel it off. But that makes it to where I can just go dunk. It's not actually sticky, so I can still like take it off, but it has like a little like suction stick to it, and it sticks. And I can just go boop. So I think that's pretty nifty. I like my idea. All right, so it found them. Now you're supposed to assign them. Reference. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to put them flat to the airplane or flat to the table. I'm assuming to the airplane. Let's see if these things, good old directions, say it anywhere. They do not. All right, so I'm going to assume flat to the airplane. So let's do reference. Wait, which one's flashing? It's not. Okay, this one's flashing, so you can see it's flashing, and now I'm going to do that one as reference. Okay. And I think I can just put that flat on the airplane. On a sign, that one's flashing. Let's do this one as left. I'm guessing the angle goes, let's do the ailerons. And on the signs, flashing, and we'll do right. Reference, caution check, and we'll just, that's zeroed. That's zeroed. So we'll zero it. Okay. Now let's power the plane on.
Normal.
Okay, so we should have both our angle down. Okay, so let's see if these. Neat. Okay, so let's go ahead and play with this. I'm going to have to probably retrim the aircraft because I'm guessing that my eyeballing for some reason is slightly off because it looks like both of them are slightly negative. The right one visually is more too. So let's go into model, servo, not servo assignment, servo setup. We're on 1, sub trim. There goes the left. All right, so that says that's 0. I don't fully agree. Oh, I was adjusting the right one. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so that says that's 0 for the right. And yeah, I would agree. All right, so let's do the left one the same way. Aileron 2. Zero. Cool. All right, so now let's see. I'm going to double check on what the throws were supposed to be on the manual. All right, the manual just says millimeters. I'm just going to go by this guy. So let's see what we're getting right now. 20 and 21, okay. So let's do... Very cool. All right, let's put this on the elevators and we'll re-zero. This is saying it's slightly off. All right. We're really gonna test how accurate these are when I put them on like the big planes, and I can really tell the difference. Very cool. All right, so now we're both 23.12, 23, cool. 22.4, 22.4. Neat. All right, now let's do flaps. Make sure that that works. I am really liking how frickin' fast, and if they're accurate, this is next level.
Launch.
All right, let's
Normal.
zero again.
Launch.
24, 25.
Landing.
59, 60.
Launch.
All right, cool. Now I gotta remember how I freaking set these flaps up. All right, guys, that thing is really freaking cool. I am actually really enjoying it. It seems really accurate. Went ahead and touched up the flaps and all the control surfaces. Again, they were only about a degree or two off, which as I've always been doing is put my phone up to it. So I'm hoping that these are a lot more accurate than the phone. I also am really liking my little rubbery on the bottom because they just stick on and they don't really come off unless you just pull straight up on it. So that's awesome. That's working really well. So yeah, I think that's done. It's a really cool little system. It's very compact. And we're just going to keep using this thing, and hopefully we'll let you know if it is doing everything it's supposed to, if it all works and as expected. So yeah, very cool. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.